He might just be the next big thing at Florida State. Patrick Payton still has to get bigger, still has to get stronger, but the redshirt freshman defensive end has not only made a significant impact in his first year playing for the Seminoles, but he's shown enough high-level flashes that you get the sense he might be something special by the time he's done in Tallahassee. A month ago, when Payton was playing for the injured Jared Verse, defensive ends coach John Papuchis marveled at Payton's ability to make such a high percentage of plays when he's on the field. That has continued even as Verse's returned to the lineup, including last Saturday night when Payton had a strip sack of Miami quarterback Jake Garcia in the second half. All told, Payton has 25 tackles, 4 for loss, 3 sacks, and 2 pass breakups in 2022. He's done all that in just 236 snaps, an average of about 26 per game. That's serious production for a player who isn't likely anywhere close to a ceiling. That should excite all Florida State fans. But there's another element to his play that excites me the most. It's how he got here. See, Patrick Payton played in just one game all of last season as a true freshman. He played 16 snaps total, none of them against a competitive team. He was a complete non-factor on Saturdays. But it was Sunday through Friday that helped mold him into the player he's become and perhaps the star he's going to be. Because on Sunday through Friday, he watched Jermaine Johnson and Keir Thomas. Every rep in practice, every minute of every meeting, every rewind and film study, and then every snap in the games. He was watching, soaking it up, learning, seeing what it takes to not only be a starter in college football, but a star, and eventually a first-round pick. You can't imagine how much seeing that up close helps a young player who is still trying to figure out what it means to be a college football player. I wouldn't say I knew Jermaine was going first round, but I knew, Payton said earlier this week. So whatever he was doing, I was doing. Pops, that's Keir Thomas. Pops, too. Whatever they were doing, I was trying to do the same thing. They were playing great, so I was just trying to follow in their footsteps and just taking every day of practice serious, taking every rep serious, scout team, whatever. Even though I knew I wasn't playing, I took it serious. It was a remarkably mature approach from Payton. So many freshmen come in and get discouraged when they realize they're not going to see the field or when they're asked to be on the scout team, so the development can lag. But he had the mindset of going to work, buying in, learning from 2 veterans, 2 talented veterans, including one who would go on to be the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. What a great example this is for the rest of the program and what Mike Norvell is trying to build. This is how it's done. The more these types of growth projects happen, the more you can become fully confident this program is on the rise again. Rodney Hill gets an entire season to watch 3 really good running backs up close. Julian Armella gets to learn behind an offensive line that is veteran-laden and paving the way for one of the top offenses in the country. Azarie Thomas gets to watch Renardo Green, who is having a terrific season, by the way, every day in practice. He gets to be in meeting rooms with Jamie Robinson. A.J. Duffy is behind one of the best quarterbacks in the United States. All of this matters because these young players, without being thrown into the fire, get to learn up close what it takes to be a good college football player, what it takes to be on a good college football team. They're seeing it right in front of them every day. And the hope is that when they get their shot to shine, they pass it down to the younger players behind them on the depth chart. That's how programs are built. I've used this example a lot, but I'll do it one last time for you fine folks. Then I believe the statute of limitations are up. But not only was Tony Douglas awesome for the FSU basketball team in 2009, but he was a great example for the freshmen on that team of what it meant to fully invest on both ends of the court. Every day, practice, game, walkthrough, it didn't matter. Douglas was the leader. They saw it up close. And he showed Luke Laux, David Estulkes, Chris Singleton alike, what it meant to be leaders, what it meant to play hard, what it meant to work hard. And it's no coincidence those guys went on to 3 straight NCAA tournaments after Douglas graduated. That's how programs are built. It's also the last time I can use Douglas as an example. I mean, the dude is about to retire from professional basketball for crying out loud. So I got to come up with something new. The point is still Jermaine, though. And speaking of, let's go back to Jermaine. He was only here for 1 year, but his presence is still being felt all over the program. And next year, when some young defensive end is learning the ropes, he will get a chance to watch Patrick Payton and maybe Jared Verse up close for an entire year to see what that looks like. And then he'll pass it down to someone else behind him. Building from within, learning from players and not just coaches. That's how you get Capone. That's how you become relevant again. The portal is nice, but you have to build depth and you have to build rosters mainly from high school recruiting and development. It would appear Florida State might be doing exactly that. The Seminoles aren't there yet. There's no one who thinks this program is back by any means, not even with that 45-3 beatdown of that team from Coral Gables who plays in Miami Gardens. But if FSU is to get back, this is absolutely how it starts. For more of the best FSU football content in the industry, much like what I just read to you fine folk, make sure to subscribe to Warchant TV by hitting the button below. It's absolutely free. Can you believe it? Free here on YouTube? And for more in-depth coverage on this topic and so much more, head to warchant.com. That's where I work. That's where I'm employed. You can sign up for just $10 through August of 2023. I'm Corey Clark. Thank you for watching Warchant TV.